All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from the Great Millstone Cleveland branch. We want to start off, of course, giving our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahushai. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to everybody that's tuning in, listening, and learning, getting this edification from several brothers doing this ministry from the four corners of the earth. Shalom. I got this article that I want to start off with from Newsbreak. It says in Portland, it says fires set in drop boxes destroy hundreds of ballots in Washington and damage 3 in Oregon. It says Portland, Oregon, incendiary devices were set off Monday at 2 ballot drop boxes, one in Portland and another in nearby Vancouver, Washington, destroying hundreds of ballots in what one official called a direct attack on democracy about a week before a heated election day. Right, so yeah, man, you got people destroying voting boxes, man. Right. And this is all because the amount of rage and frustration that's building up in the people that's here in America, which is Babylon the Great, man. And it's going to continue to get worse because you got a lot of controversy going on right now with this election. You got Kamala Harris going up against Donald Trump, and that's very controversial. And you can see that people is getting frustrated, with the way that this society is going, the way that inflation is rising. So things like this this is kind of low level. People just destroying vote boxes, but it's gonna get to a point to where, if people ain't having their way, such as something as small as, the president, not they favorite president not getting into office, they're gonna react, and it's gonna be bad reactions, man.
I got a precept. It's Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. Right? And Yahushua said he come to send division. Right? So, hey, it's already division brewing up before Yahushua even get here. Here it is. You got you got people that's voting for Kamala, and you got people that's all for Trump. So no matter who wins, it's going to start a war. You got these Bible Belt Edomites, these cold stone hard Edomites. They all for Trump. They want to make America great again. They want to put Trump back into office, right? And then you got certain people that's like in the rural areas in the cities. They won't Kamala to win. So it's just all division, and ultimately that's what is kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. Right. Satan against Satan. It says, verse 52, for from hence there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Right? Because then that's even gonna lead to families being broken up. It's gonna even lead to division amongst friends, families, workers, groups, companies, because of opinions and beliefs, okay? Which, going back to what the brother was saying, you got people destroying voting ballots, man. All right? Trying to disrupt the voting ballots of who will win. But it's all prophesied from the Most High who's gonna win anyway. Whoever wins, it's all prophesied and ordained from the heavens.
Right, and which we know that this is an orchestrated presidency. You got a president, but you got men that's over these presidents and governors. That's behind the scenes that you don't see. That's not even, for the most part, don't be here in America. Sometimes you do see the Rothschilds. They might come to certain American events by flight, but for the most part, they over there near the land of Jerusalem, man. Our land, You got some more on that?
No, that was it on that.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and I start at verse 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand, and eventually that's what's going to happen. And we're seeing these things might be small, but these little small things is going to send loopholes to force events, like this, man. To the point to where you got people that's divided, that's ready to shoot it out, man, about something like, just as little as a presidency, election. You see, you almost had Donald Trump almost get wiped out, which I think that was an inside job still, but it just goes to show that that's the spirit that's out here. It's not a friendly, spirit. It's more so we gonna have our way, or something is gonna happen. We're gonna something. These people in the spirit of something got to change. They're tired of the same repetitious, events that is continuing to happen, and is going to continuously happen just as long as these devils is in power. But most people don't understand that.
I got a quick precept for literally what you just said. This is Psalms chapter 29 and verse, is that Proverbs? Yes, Proverbs, I like it. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And like Shamak was saying earlier, you can't look at this and be simple. You got to remember, it's Amalekites ruling over Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, giving them orders on what to do. All right, you got these elite Edomite families, the DuPonts and the Rothschilds. They're the ones who really ruling the whole earth, man. All right, everybody else is just puppets. But the point is, they still prescribing wickedness.
That's right.
And that's why the people is ready to take up arms. That's why the people looking for a change. The civilians of the earth are ready to take up arms because they tired of this unrighteousness and the wicked bearing rule. And the people is mourning, man. You got it back.
Kind of verse 16 is simple instead of 15 to the next verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes."
That's right.
"And the course of their action shall stand on their power." Right. So it's gonna be sedition. It's gonna be division. It's gonna be, and they're gonna sit up and fight one against another, man. Invading one another. And it says they should not regard their kings nor princes. That means that they ain't gonna regard the president. They ain't gonna regard the governor of their city, or of their state, man.
Yeah, when you go into that word sedition, it says a rebellion, uprising, a revolt. So guess what? The article the brother just read about people burning ballots and voting ballots, hey, that's a sign of rebellion. That's a sign of uprising and revolt. Okay, and it's only going to get worse and worse and worse to the point where you got people running in other people's houses, breaking the law. You got people loitering, breaking into businesses, stealing stuff out of businesses. You're going to have all type of lawlessness on the streets, man, in America. It's already happening in these third world countries, certain countries, man, that's not being talked about in the media, in the news. You got it, Salaki.
Now, when you get this word regard, it says consideration, right? A consideration. They're not gonna consider their governors or presidents. It says a judgment. It says from regard or take notice. Right.
You're gonna have certain mayors, governors, presidents trying to issue out curfews, trying to ration out food to people, just like they was doing during the Slam Slimming. But ain't nobody gonna regard none of that shit. People trying to, only this amount of people could come into the store right now. No, everybody gonna bum rush the store and loot, take, and destroy the whole store, man. Ain't nobody gonna regard no curfews, no laws, none of that.
It says look or heed. All right, so yeah, that's not gonna be going on in the midst of the people. What did the president say? What did the governor say? We're not supposed to loot this building because the governor said this or that. It's gonna be loot the fucking building, set it the fuck on fire, fuck the police, you know, it's going to be all out chaos, man.
That's right.
You know?
Was that it on that?
Yeah.
I had something we could not close out with, but this is another scripture I had regarding the whole presidency thing, because the Lord is the one who raised up one and put down another. All right, it's the Yahweh Shah is the one who basically controls the ones that's in power. You know, so this is Colossians 1:16. It says, "For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him." So guess what? For prophecy's sake, Esau coming down with great wrath, World War III, Yahushua coming back. For prophecy's sake, the Lord is going to choose the perfect devil, the perfect one to set this thing off, whether it's Kamala or Trump. Okay, but it's the Lord who created thrones, dominions, and principalities. So he's the one that's in control of the powers that be, man. All right? It's not about your vote counts and go out there and vote. Your vote counts. Your vote matters. Matter of fact, let me grab this. We close out on this. This Revelation is at chapter 13. And let me see. Salakia, bear with me.
Just look for a lamb dragon.
Yep. Here it is right here. This is this Revelation 13 verse 11. Salaki. It says, "And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." And that beast is what? That beast is NATO and the EU, which America spearheads NATO, man. Okay? So with that being said, all right, those two horns that's like a lamb and spake as a dragon, and you got the, in modern day term, you got the Democratic and the Republican Party. In ancient pagan Rome, you had the plebeians and the patricians. You know? So guess what? The Democratic Party, all right, and the Republican Party, they're two sides of the same coin. They still serving the same devil. They still doing the same wicked practices, and they carrying out the same agenda, the NWO. And the end all be all is to hip everybody, man.
That's right.
And they speaking as a lamb, "Oh, we're going to give you more jobs, less taxes." Kamala making promises, Trump making promises, speaking as a lamb to basically comfort the people. But all in all, guess what? They're going to speak as, this is, but they spake as a dragon. All in all, they're going to execute executive orders that's going to basically take away people's rights, man. Draconian laws. And that's the point, man. All right? It don't matter who win this election. It's still going to be civil unrest, and it's going to lead to sedition and World War III and Yahushua returning back, man.
God. Well, Lord's willing, this is edifying to an elect member. The Wadi Yahweh by Shem Shop giving us spiritual lesson. We're going to close out by giving our honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh by Shem, Yahushua by Shem Kakadash.
Number one to Elder Apostle Dave Milson Rule and Chief Lord Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.